What is this class?
This class is scientific research and design, and what we do is we use physics and math to construct rockets and learn about aerospace engineering.
What kind of project are you working on?
Pretty straightforward. We're working on a rocket, but not just a rocket. We have to work as a team to get that rocket a mile up into the air. And it's great because we get to come together as a team and we get to, build a rocket.
What job does each group have?
Okay, so right now each group has their own job, but my job in particular is Airframe, and what Airframe does is they design the body and fins for the rocket to make sure it goes up how high it needs to go and hold what it needs to hold.
Mine's Propulsion. It's the motor, which is actually this giant thing right here. And really it's figuring out what type of fuel needs to go in this and how it's all gonna work. Basically, this part is mixing the fuel with gunpowder that will be in here, and then this will melt into the rocket and cause it to hopefully go up and not explode. But basically, it's figuring out which type of what we're gonna buy from what company and what size to fit into a rocket that's about as big as this one over here.
So either have a rocket or a firework.
Yeah.
Oh, well. My magnificent team, we get to work on recovery, and though it's a small job, it's actually very important because we get to bring it down with the parachute and we get to see it in the sky with the streamer. Basically, I gotta make sure it comes down safely if it doesn't explode.
I'm part of the avionics team, and what that means is we're in charge of getting the altimeter, and we decided to go with a dual deployment altimeter. So basically what that means is when the rocket goes up, the altimeter will send like an electric pulse to we'll have black powder, so it'll blast off, go off, take the nose cone off, and the parachute will come out, and then it'll continue coming down, and then at a second point, probably like 250 meters, something like that, we'll have a second electronic pulse go off, and it'll split the rocket into two parts, giving a bigger parachute to come out. That way, whenever the rocket comes down, it doesn't take like 20 minutes like how it would if we did it at apogee, but instead it'll take about like just a couple minutes, which will be much more efficient.
My team is in charge of finding something that will fit inside the rocket and will also be safe just in case the rocket does explode, so nothing like nails or pennies or anything metal or hard.
You guys prepare for this project?
Well, the whole first semester we learned about like physics and the different types of math of how to calculate how far a rocket would go and all different types of scenarios and stuff like that. And then we also did different types of test trials with small rockets to learn about stability and like how to do like the rockets, pretty much like that.
What kind of different materials are you guys using?
In Airframe, we're using fiberglass and blue tube, which is a stronger type of craft paper.
Propulsion, metal canister of some types like this, but not exactly, just something that can take high heat. This fuel coupler, which converts this into the basically the explosion. It's kind of like a rubbery kind of composite material that will, if it burns up, it won't cause any problems. And then this piece right here is a plastic, just normal PVC type plastic. And what it's supposed to do is once it launches, as it burns, this should melt into the rocket body. And so this part is basically the disposable part of it. And so basically we're just looking at different type of plastics, different canisters, see if they can take higher heat, and most importantly, if this coupler will hopefully doesn't have any design flaws in it.
With my team, we're working on a successful smooth landing. We're trying to get plastic or either nylon, which is just a stronger plastic, so we make sure it's a nice parachute or streamer.
For my team, we're using different types of electronics, so altimeter, different types of wires, a lithium battery, electronic canisters, which will probably be made out of like PVC pipe and black powder. Oh, and an electronics bay.
My team are planning on using candy inside a small plastic payload tube inside the rocket for a delicious rainfall if the rocket should explode.
When and where are you guys launching this rocket?
In Jal, actually about 2 miles outside Jal on April 27th.
How long have you guys been working on this?
Since the first semester, whenever school started.
Do you guys think that the launch is going to be successful?
We hope.
I do say so myself. I have a lot of faith in my team. We have a lot of intelligent, successful people. We have people that work every day. We go in, we watch videos, we get together as a group, we talk about it, and it's nice. I do believe that we will prevail in making a nice rocket and not explode.
Even if it should explode, it should be fairly spectacular.
And safe. Safety, that's another thing.